All right, number one, this notation z sub alpha is a z-score that the area under the normal curve to the right of z is. So according to our definition in the text, alpha, this little alpha is going to be the area to the right of this notation. Question number two, we have 4 parts. We want to determine the area under the curve to the right of these values. Okay, so I'm going to draw all of them out, and I'm going to use this table to find the area to the right. And then I'm also going to show you how to do this with technology. So we're going to do it with the StatCrunch. You may notice a little difference, but the system is designed to take both inputs. So I'll show you the difference as well. So 2a z is 0.35. All right, so if I was to draw this out, so 0.35 would be to the right of 0. This is the mean, so I'm going to say 0.35. I want to find the area to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the opposite. So I don't have to do 1 minus, because remember the table tells you the left. If you look it up in the table, this is what it's going to give you from here all the way back, not to the right. So if we want to find the right, we got to do 1 minus that, or I can do the opposite, which is a negative 0.35. Just look up that in the table, and whatever I see, that's going to be my answer. So I'm going to look up that instead. 2b. That gives me a z-score of negative 0.97. So this, again, I want to find the area to the right. So negative 0.97 is going to be on the left side. So this is negative 0.97. I'm always putting 0 in the middle. Negative 0.97, I want the right. It says the area to the right. So this is what I'm looking for. If I want to find that, again, I'm going to look up the opposite. So the opposite of negative 0.97 would be to look up positive 0.97. And the area to the left of that, these two are equal. They're like mirror images. Our next one, part C. Z value is given 0.88. And again, we're looking for the area to the right. 0 in the middle. 0.88 is going to be on the right side. And I'm looking for this area. And then I got to be mindful that if I want to find that, I can do 1 minus, or I can look up the opposite, which is negative 0.88. Anytime I want to find the right, I'm just going to look up the opposite. It's easier to do that. The 1 minus, you just got to do a little math. It's not bad either, but I like the mirror image. And then 2D, the last z value that we have, z equals negative 0.36. So what that looks like, left of 0, negative 0.36, and we want the area to the right. So 1 minus that, or we can look up the positive, which is going to be positive 0.36, and the area to the left is what the table, this is what we get from the table, and it will give me the same thing. Okay, so let's look up these numbers in the table, and then I will show you with technology, and then we will alternate the answers just to show you it takes both. All right, so area to the right of 0.35. Okay, what I'm going to look up is negative 0.35. So I'm going to go to the first table. I'm going to go down to negative 0.3. So it'll be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this number right here, 3632. So my first answer is 0.3632. Part 2, we want to find the area to the right of negative 0.97. So I'm going to look up positive 0.97. So I'm going to go to the second table, positive 0.9 right here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0.8340. Part C wants me to look up 0.88. I'm going to have to look up the negative to find the area to the right. So negative 0.88. I'm going to go to the first table. Negative 0.8, and this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got to go over one more so I can see that. So that'll be here, 0.1894. And then the last one, Z, we're looking up negative 0.36. That's the area to the right. So I'm going to look up positive 0.36. Second table, positive 0.3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right here. So 0.6406. Okay, so these are all of the numbers we're looking for. One thing that I do want you to notice is that whenever the shaded part is on either the right or the left side of the 0, your number is going to be less than 50%. If you look at the first two digits, this is the decimal. If I move that over twice, it's going to be less than 50%. If the shaded part covers up more than half, so here's 0, you're going to be above 50% every time. So these are going to be smaller than 50%. This is going to be above. And so that's one thing to kind of help you know if you're on the right track. I'm going to start entering these, but I'm going to show you with StatCrunch as well. So you can get more help. Open up StatCrunch, and this will give you a more exact answer. What we're getting is a rounded answer using the table, but it's going to be close enough. That's what is accepted. So in order to use StatCrunch, we're going to go to, let me move this over because I want to write them next to them so you can see the difference. You're going to go to Stat Calculators, and we're going to go to normal distribution. That's what we're using. So you got to go all the way down to normal. Once we get to normal, we are using the standard normal. So your mean is going to be 0, your standard deviation is 1, and then this is what we go from. So all of these wanted to know the area to the right. So I'm going to go greater than, so the right side, and then all I got to do is put in the numbers that they asked me. So here I'm going to type a negative 0.35, negative 0.35. Invalid. Okay, I put that in the probability, sorry. Wrong thing. Right here, negative 0.35. Okay, so notice the area to the right, oh, I'm sorry, I need to put in positive 0.35. I'm looking at the wrong side, positive 0.35. There we go. Because that's what we originally looked for, I looked at the negative 35. So positive 0.35, we get 3631 or 3632. So when they round it, so this is giving me the exact answer, 3632 when I round the 4 decimal places. So that one actually matches up exactly. 3632. You don't have to do the 1 minus or look up the opposite. You can just type in that number. So 3632. Now since I'm here, all I got to do is change this. So I want to find the area to the right of negative 0.97. So I'm putting in all of these answers. Negative 0.97, negative 0.97. We get 0.8339, 0.833. And if I round up, it'll round exactly to that. So I guess they're all going to match up here. It's not rounded, but when we do the Z values, we'll see they're different. But you can use the StatCrunch and do the same thing. Just look at that video a couple of times. So let's put these in. We got 0.3632. The second one we got 0.8340. Third one we have 0.1894. And then the fourth one we got 0.640.